Ashley and welcome back to my channel. So today I created this look. It is inspired by the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie. I used a reference picture that you could just find on Google from the club scene that's at the very beginning of the video. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. But I thought it would be really cool to do this kind of look. I don't usually do looks like this. I do not draw on my face. I am not artistic in that way. So I just thought it would be fun to try it out again because full disclaimer, I did already do this video. I just hated it. So here I am again, redoing it again. So I hope you enjoy watching. Please subscribe down below. And if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. So I'm finally going to redo the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey makeup that I did. I posted a picture of this look like 2 weeks ago, and I looked at the footage that I shot and I hated it. So we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna try to do it all over. Just like in that first look, I still don't have everything that I need for this look, so I will be using the gold flakes again on my brow. If you did see that on my Instagram, I'll still be using that. And I'm going to switch up the lip color because the lip color that I bought was just like way too red. I don't know why I didn't look at a picture of this look whenever I was in Walmart like shopping for this stuff. I just was like going from memory and I was like, you know what? I could do this. Completely off base. So switching up the lip color, but everything else should pretty much stay the same. But hopefully I will like this because if not, then you still won't see this either. So let's hope it all goes well. But I'll also be like reviewing the movie as well because I really like this movie. I really liked it, but there's been some mixed reviews. My husband, whenever we first saw it, he did not like it, but does Quinn never like anything? No. And then I went and saw it with my sister again on Friday, so 2 days ago, and she really liked it. So I'm just going to be talking about the movie, the things that I liked, the few things that I didn't like, while I turn myself into Harley Quinn. So I'm going to start off. I have this little TrèStiQue. I don't know how to say this, but it's like a black eyeliner. Whenever I first did this, I tried to put down a white base, and in the picture of Harley Quinn that I was going off of, her pink eyeshadow that she has on her eyes, it's actually much deeper than when I tried to do it initially. So I'm going to try to do it with a black base underneath to see if that helps with that. I don't know why I haven't done a test drive of this either. I'm just spitballing here. So I'm going to put the black on my eyelids. I probably should prime my eyelids still, just so it doesn't crease. I'm still going to prime my eyelids. So I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to prime my eyes really quick just so that doesn't crease, because that is a very real possibility whenever you have oily eyelids. And I do have a mirror down here. Whenever I first shot this, I was holding a mirror and I basically blocked my face the entire time, which is another reason why I kind of hated it, other than the fact that I just didn't really like how I did it. But moving on. And I'm sorry if you hear like a licking sound. My dog's in here with me. So I'm going to put this down first, and then I'm going to put the black over it. And it's going to be very messy, but that's how it looks in the movie. It's very messy because she's a very messy person, but I low-key lit for it. So this movie, it is one of the best DC movies out there. And that's not really saying much because DC movies are usually not very good. I would say that, how would I rank it? So I would say maybe Aquaman, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, and then Wonder Woman, which is, don't come for me. Wonder Woman was just really boring to me. Like, there were a few parts where I was like, whoa, like, this is really cool. But a majority of the movie, like, I would say like 90%, I was just like, this is just boring. Like, you're just talking a lot. So it wasn't like my favorite movie ever. And you know what? This is such a little thing. I don't know why I'm using this. Oh Lord. The way this is going, you won't see this video either, to be honest, because this is a hot mess. And I'll probably leave it there. But yeah, so Wonder Woman was really boring. So I really liked Aquaman. At the time, it was like the best DC movie. Once again, that's not really saying much because DC movies are usually not good. I mean, the Batman v Superman, whatever that was called, Dawn of Justice, whatever, that was the most ridiculous movie I'm not going to say I've ever seen, because Lucy was worse than that, but it was just so unbelievable to me that Batman, who is now played by Ben Affleck, which that's a whole nother story in and of itself. Not really a big Ben Affleck fan, but that Batman could take Superman to church, basically. I'm sorry, I just don't buy that. Like, I don't buy that. I don't care what you're trying to sell me. There is no way ever in any world that Batman would beat Superman. And I know in the comics and everything, it's explained like that. There's like a whole thing about how Batman could take out every member of the Justice League, blah, blah, blah. But just, like, if you sit back and think about it, like, Superman's practically indestructible. And the only thing that can take him down is this little rock. And in the movie, Ben Affleck, Batman, somehow finds all that rock that should be really, really incredibly rare, but he finds so much of it that he can make a suit out of it and beat Superman senseless. Like, that just doesn't make sense. And so that was one problem with that. But then in the very next movie with the Justice League, they resurrect him and he is the one taking people to church. So that, like, just doesn't make sense to me at all. So that Batman v Superman and Justice League were just a waste. I wanted my money back and I never got it back. So I'm still a little salty about that. And then what else? Suicide Squad, where we were first introduced to Harley Quinn. Yay, that's actually working. So Suicide Squad, I was so excited for this movie. Like, it's actually quite ridiculous how excited I was for this movie. Will Smith was coming back, and I love me some Will Smith. Like, I grew up on him and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so I really, really love Will Smith. So I was really excited that he was going to be in it, and I just felt like it was going to be a really good, cool movie. You know, I really like super villains as much as I like superheroes. My favorite one right now is Loki because he's just amazing. But I was really excited to see that, and it was one of the biggest letdowns. Like, it was not good really at all. And so I was just really upset that it just didn't seem like it didn't live up to the expectations that I had. And the best part of that movie, though, was Harley Quinn. So I was really excited to hear that they were making her a movie, but I just didn't have the highest hopes because every single time I do that with a DC movie, it gets crushed. I mean, besides Aquaman, but I mean, it's Aquaman and it's Jason Momoa, so he could really just stand there, like, in the water and just say, I'm Aquaman, and I would have bought it. So, I mean, there really wasn't much wrong he could do, but I was just like, you know, I'm gonna see it still. I'm gonna see this movie and, like, hope for the best. And it was actually really, really good. I feel like it was a fun movie. Margot Robbie is, like, amazing. I'm obsessed with her now because of her portrayal of Harley Quinn. I think it was so spot on, and it was just such a fun movie. All the women in it did great. Like, the only person I didn't really like was Detective Montoya because she was just kind of annoying. I don't know. She just didn't really do it for me. But, I mean, Black Canary was cool. Huntress was cool. She was really socially awkward, which is also great. It adds a comedic element to it because she's laughing at things that she shouldn't be laughing at, and she just doesn't know how to interact with normal people due to her situation. And so these are the eyes. It's really just a pink eyeshadow, like all over the lid. I'm taking it up a little bit higher than she did, but I have hooded eyes, so if I don't do that, like, you wouldn't even see that there was any color on it, which, curse hooded eyes. They are literally the worst. But here are the eyes. Basically done. I'm not going to do anything else to them because my too much gene will ruin this for me. So, yeah, I really liked the movie. The only thing that I did not like was the timeline of the movie. It was a little weird. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. The other one that I really liked, it ran out and I went to go buy more of it, and it was like $12. And I was like, what? Why is this so... Oh, I probably should have wiped off my face of any fallout. There's not much there. We'll just dust this off really quick. But the timeline of the movie, it was kind of like... I really like things to go in order. The timeline, it would start telling the story and then it would go back. And I like things to be in chronological order. I don't like jumping back and forth and forward and all this other stuff that like kind of bothers me. But whenever I watched it the second time, it wasn't as bad as I had originally thought. Like whenever I was sitting in there the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, just tell the story. Go like in a straight chronological time, like. And now that I watched it the second time, I see that it kind of makes sense. So it's not that bad. And that's, I don't know how I'm going to like this. We'll see. We'll see how my face looks underneath foundation and stuff. I'm still going to do my brows first. So I'll probably speed through this section because you've already seen how I do my brows. It's going to be the exact same thing. Still using the Dip Brow from Anastasia with their little brush that comes with it that is super expensive for no reason, but I bought it anyways. So I'm gonna do these really quick and then I'll start going to the face where it's gonna get a lot more interesting. So yeah, brows are almost done. I hate this eyebrow. I hate it. It's the worst eyebrow I think that's ever been on anybody's face ever in life. A little dramatic, but I really want to get my eyebrows re-microbladed. So I got them microbladed over a year ago. Yeah, over a year ago. And I loved it. I thought it was like the best. $400? It was really expensive, which is why I haven't gotten it redone again. But oh my gosh, I really, really loved them. It's just kind of hard to justify paying that every so often, just because it does fade and I would have to keep getting it redone. But whenever you first get them done, it's like you don't have to really worry about doing anything to your brows. Like you could literally just wake up and walk out the door and they just look so good, so nice. And now that they've been fading for over a year, I have to carve them out like this because this eyebrow over here on the left side of my face is fantastic. It's wonderful, very cooperative, never have any issues with it. And then I get to my right one and it's like the troubled child. The troubled child. And no matter how many times you try to be nice to this said child and you try to coax it and give it all the care and love it needs and everything, it's just not working with you, no matter what. So, hate this eyebrow. Love this one. And, ugh, golly. I know that they're not supposed to be twins, they're supposed to be sisters, but they don't even look like they're distant cousins right now. I might have to just move on and live with it though, because after I'm done with this, I'm most likely taking it off. It is Sunday whenever I'm filming this. It is March 1st, so we are officially done with February. I wish we could be officially done with the year 2020 because this year is not a great year so far. It started off just not good. All right, so I just did the rest of my makeup off camera. You've seen me do this many a times before. Don't need to see me do it again. Still use all the same stuff. I will try to link that down below. But now for the exciting part. So I am going to attempt to do this again. Let's all hope and pray to the makeup gods that I can redo this, because the first time I did it, I was not very confident in my abilities to draw on my face. Never done it before, never had to do it before. So this is very out of my comfort zone for me. So let's see if I could do it again, because the first time I did it, I was like, whoa, like, your girl got some talent or something. Like, who is she? Let's bring it down a couple of notches, because I might just embarrass myself. So she has a heart like about right here, and then she has the word rotten written right here. So I've already kind of put some creams down, so hopefully that will help, because the first time I did this, it was really difficult to write on my face because I had put some powders on here. So I just kind of went in with the same brush that I had used whenever I was blending out my concealer, and kind of made this harsh line. We're gonna move on, but I'm gonna try to draw. I can't even talk, oh my god. I'm gonna try to draw a heart on my face, and then the word rotten right there, using the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. So let's give it a shot. I'm probably going to stop there before I ruin it. And I think it might be a little bit bigger than hers, but we're going to move on, because now I have to write backwards the word rotten. It's not going to be exactly like hers, because once again, not a makeup artist. I just like playing in it. So I'm going to write rotten right in this little space that I created for it. And I'm gonna stop there too, because it started getting thick there at the end. But there is that. Gonna kind of put some brown under here. And okay, so before I move on to the brows, I'm going to go under my lash line. I'm going to use that same black kohl pencil that I used all over the eye, and then I'm going to blend it out with some more of the pink in the Modern Renaissance palette. I don't know if I said that, but I'm using the Modern Renaissance palette. That's the palette that most people have. It's like a staple in most people's collections, so that's the one that I used. I was trying to decide between that one and the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette, but I chose the Modern Renaissance one just because it feels like the color payoff might be a little bit more intense on that. So underneath, I'm going to use kind of like a fluffy one just because I kind of want to drag it down a little bit more than I usually do. But I'm going to go back into Love Letter. That is what is on my eyes right now. Going to go into Love Letter and go underneath my lash line with that color. I am going to use the Tati Beauty palette, actually. I'm going to go in, I'll use this. I'm going to use like a flat brush, but in that Tati Beauty palette, there is like a sparkly pink, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner to highlight it and to cover all of the concealer that ended up there. So I'm going to put that, kind of puts a little bit of color in there. Should have done this way before I did any of the other stuff, but it's okay that there's glitter on my face. It can be messy because, once again, she's a messy person and I love it. So the eyes are now officially done. So I am going to move on to, and I keep saying the eyes are done. They're not done. I don't know what I'm talking about because I do also have lashes, but I'm going to put those on after I do the brows. So for the brow, her brows are more bushy, but like I said, mine are tattooed on because I don't have any brow hairs. So I'm going to use the Brow Fast Sculpt from Maybelline to help me put these on my eyebrows. I did not want to use glue because I didn't want to lose the few hairs that I do have left. So I will be using this because it's not going to make them like rip out my eyebrows hairs. So I'm also just like ripping up little pieces of foil to stick onto my eyebrow. She only has like little gems on one eyebrow, so I'll be doing it on one and I'll be doing it on this eyebrow. But I'll run gel through both just to make it look cohesive, you know. So run that through this one. I do really like this brow gel. I have been using it ever since I bought it to film this video the first time around. And it makes it to where like my brows, because sometimes my brows get really itchy, so I kind of itch them and I lose some of the product that I put down. And this kind of makes it to where that doesn't happen. So I do actually really like this. And I'll probably keep purchasing it unless I find something else better, which if you do know of a good brow gel, let your girl know because I'm actually kind of obsessed. I never used brow gel before, but now I really like it. So and I do like this. I could have bought beads, but I actually do like the gold flakes better. I think it's just a different look. It's cool. And this is just my interpretation of Harley Quinn, so. Done. I will be popping some lashes on off camera, so I will be right back in a second. Okay, so lashes are on. I usually hate wearing lashes. I didn't wear lashes the first time that I filmed this because that day I just could not be bothered to do it, so I just didn't put them on. But I figured I bought them for this look, might as well use them, so I did. One thing I'm gonna add is highlighter. Should have done it sooner, but I didn't because I completely forgot about it. But I'm going to highlight my nose just a little bit. I'm still using the Tarte Holiday Collection highlighters. I really like these highlighters like a lot. So kind of gonna go overboard because might as well be extra. Harley Quinn is extra, might as well be extra. So I'm going to highlight all over. All over. I'm a child, okay. But gonna add that. This one is kind of like a pinky-ish color. I really like it because it usually, like, it looks like it would be kind of like a weird color, but it's actually quite natural on me. On somebody who's more fair, it might actually look pink, but on my skin, yikes. I didn't mean to go that much overboard, but it is what it is. This area won't be pulled in that much because I have to watch out for that heart that I put down. But still gonna match the energy of the other side because the other side is out of control. So, and lastly, the last thing that I have to do is the lipstick. So I have the Wet n Wild liquid catsuit. I really love these. I actually stopped wearing them because I don't usually wear lipstick on day-to-day basis. I don't like worrying about, like, if I'm eating, if it's gonna end up all over the place, so I usually don't wear them. But this shade is in Video Vixen, and these are really, like, comfortable to me. They don't dry out my lips and they stay on. Like, they are hard to get off. So I'll probably spend the next 5 to 10 minutes trying to get this off after I put this on, but good do for the video. And I also don't use lip liner. I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary, for me at least. But this is the finished look. So I like this, the way that I did this, a lot better than the first time. The lashes are a little wonky, but we're just gonna ignore it because I usually don't put on lashes very often either. So we're gonna keep it moving. But I am done. So please let me know what you think down below. Please tell me if I should recreate the looks of anybody else. And let me know what you just want to see more from me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.